Hi, we are about to make an isosceles triangle. So now we know the different parts of an isosceles triangle. We know that the two congruent sides are called the legs. We have a remaining side called the base. We have the ends of the base, we have our base angles, and then that remaining angle is called a vertex angle. So now it's time to go ahead and use GeoGebra to make it come to life. All right, so we're going to go to geogebra.org. We are going to, let me move myself down here. We are going to start the calculator. We are going to make sure that we're on our toolbar that has the geometric tools, and we are just going to turn off those axes. We don't need to see those for now. All right, now the first thing we're going to do is make a circle. How strange is that, a circle? We're making an isosceles triangle, we thought. But you will see that by making a circle is really going to help us. So what do circles have to do with an isosceles triangle? Well, think about the components of a circle. We have a radius that stretches from the center to the end of the circle, and if we make two of them, aren't all radii going to be the same? That's where the isosceles triangle comes in. So let's go ahead and make the circle. So we are going to go down, we're going to select more, and then we're going to keep going until, there it is. We need a circle with us. So click on the screen and drag out, and there we have it. We have our center, we have a nice little other point on the screen as well. We need another point before we can go ahead and make that isosceles triangle. So we need to go all the way to the top. We're going to select point, we're going to go on our circle, and notice that it's an arrow on the screen, but as soon as it gets close to the circle, it becomes a hand. That's where you want to click. Now all I need to do is use the polygon tool and connect my points. So I'm going to go ahead, go down to the polygons, and I'm going to make a triangle out of points A, B, and C. And there I've got my isosceles triangle. How cool is that? I can go up to the top, I can select the arrow to move it. Now if I click on A, and I'm going to change the center of my circle, but look, it's still going to create two radii, so I have an isosceles triangle wherever I want it. Perfect. All right, so let's go and measure the angles. Let's measure the sides, the lengths of the sides of this isosceles triangle. Okay, so what we're going to do is go down to measure. We're going to use the measure tool with the angle. I'm going to measure all three angles of my triangle. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. There I've got my three angles. It's a bit clustered, but we're going to fix that in a second. Now I'm going to measure the lengths of the sides. So under the measure tool, I'm going to go to distance and length, and I want to know the distance between B and C, and I also want to know the distance between C and A, which is a radius. And now my other radius, well, we know that has to be 3 because it's a radii, but let's just go and see. There it is. So AB is equal to 3 as well. It still kind of looks a bit messy, right? We've got this circle. We're kind of like done with the circle. We did like the circle, but now it's time to get rid of it because we've used it to get the isosceles triangle. So let's go ahead and we're going to find the edit tool. And where it says hide, show and hide object, we're going to collect that. We're going to hover over that circle. It's going to become light. And as soon as we go to the move tool, it's gone away. It also it's sort of a bit messy looking. So I want to get rid of my unnecessary points. So I'm going to go back to show and hide label, click it, and I'm going to click on C. I'm going to click on A and B. Just be careful when you're doing this, that you don't want to get rid of the measurements. We just want to get rid of the unnecessary points. And if at any point, let's say that I got rid of CE by mistake or CA by mistake, oh, it's not going to do it. It's fine. So let's go back up to the move tool, and it's still a bit messy. So let's kind of make that nice and big so we can see it. Let's move our angles around. We know that those two angles are 28 degrees. Ah, there's my point that I didn't want. I can still get rid of it. I'm going to go to show and hide label. I'm going to get rid of this B. There we have it. So I'm going to have you make various triangles, screenshot them, put them onto a Google Doc so that I can see that you have done this successfully. And it's really cool because now we can move our triangle around. So let's say I wanted to have an isosceles right triangle. So I'm going to go to the move tool. I'm going to go to B, and I'm going to move that so that that vertex angle is 100 degrees, but let's make it 90 degrees by moving this angle at the top, 90 to 88. There we have it. And then we have a right isosceles triangle, and then you have the information that you need to sort of analyze it. And we really want to see what's going on with the base angles. But go ahead, make those 3 triangles, screenshot them, put them in the doc. Good luck.